Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone had a great 2 weeks. Some of the things that you could have been experiencing leading up to today and possibly into this upcoming week is restless sleep, vivid dreams, vertigo, dizziness, bug bites or stings, fun in the sun, right? Like I feel like summer's in full effect, even though it's not officially summer yet. Not realizing what day it is or confusing days, maybe a vibration, fluttering, high-pitched ringing or other sound in your ears, miscommunication or fear of communicating something important, shortness of breath, maybe even a little bit of pressure on the chest, some anxiety, collaboration, stumbling across information that's exactly what you were looking for like weeks ago, and all of a sudden it just boom pops up into your orbit, right, into your world all of a sudden, and you have the answers. And then lastly, instant karma, and that could be good karma or bad karma, right? So some of us may have not been so nice and had to deal with a little bit of negative karma, and then the rest of us may be reaping some positive rewards from doing good things in life. Okay, so we are officially in the month of June, as you know. We currently are being hit by some pretty intense energy waves that are coming in for ascension. So you could be feeling off in different ways physically and emotionally right now, and you're going to feel that through the rest of the month. All month, you could be super busy with many different things going on in various areas of your life, to the point that you could actually feel chaotic. It will feel chaotic, or it might seem chaotic, but I don't know that you'll be stressed out. It's a kind of a weird feeling. So you could have like inner peace, but on the outside, everything is just like going off, crazy. Like you're getting work accomplished, you've got chores, you're dealing with other responsibilities and kids and anything else, but you feel pretty good on the inside. You may be presented with so many options and potentials to manifest your greatest desires that you could end up feeling overwhelmed, but in a very good way. This is the sort of stress you welcome because your dreams are becoming a reality. And I don't want to, for some of us, it could just be like amazing things popping into place, and others, it could be a slow burn, right? It could be slowly things are happening. It just all depends on where you are in your life and how much effort you've been putting in over the last several years, but, and what kind of seeds that you've planted. But everybody is going to be experiencing this on some level or another. Now, you could experience high emotions and feelings of nostalgia. You could be focused on topics related to your home and family. There may be dramatic events and news unfolding on the global stage and in your life. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad things. It just means it's dramatic, right? So it could be just emotional. There could be some trauma things that happen as well. You may see some major changes happening suddenly and unexpectedly in areas of home, parenting, work, and self-expression. There may be emotional endings and amazing, happy new beginnings. Stories and things that were suppressed or put aside could come up to be dealt with or experienced. And what I mean by stories is, if you're hung up on telling the same story over and over again, like, back in 1984, you were doing this and this. So you're repeating the same stories, and they've been there, and you're just feeding the past. And when you do that, you're recreating it in the future. So I feel like a lot of these things are coming up to be put to rest, to be done with, closure, an end, no more. When you are focused on the past, you are recreating it in the moment to experience it in the future. So let the past go And if you're worrying about the future, then you're missing out on the present, right? So be in the moment. Let's see. This is another month where the highs will be really high and the lows will be really low. And what you experience will depend on how you choose to view what's happening in your world. Remember, you have a choice over what you think and what you feel. So you can always choose differently. You can see things differently. Challenges, you don't have to look at them as a negative thing. Challenges are actually something that strengthens you, and it's teaching you, and you can learn from the experience. Now, if you're making the same mistake over and over again, well, you need to take a look at yourself. Okay, galactic calendar update. So from May 30th to June 26th, we moved into the period of the crystal moon of cooperation, which is a frequency tone of 12, and it's called the crystal tone 12. And it asks us to universalize, to translate our knowledge and insights that they may be universally applicable, relevant, and shareable with all, assisting the elevation of the common good. So tone 12 affirms that we ourselves embody the highest qualities of internal and social architecture. Tone 12 reminds us to honor and celebrate the diverse features and contributions of individuals which constitute the power of a strong, interdependent community. And Tone 12 offers the recognition that in a healthy whole system, the needs of the individual are met by the collective, and in return, the individual feeds the aspirations of the collective. May we strive to collaborate with one another, combining our gifts and enhancing our efforts while remaining clear and lucid in the grace of our autonomy. So as my partner Simon would say, Rebecca, can you please give me the guy version? So the guy version is that this time period is all about synergy, community, cooperation, and collaboration. Individuals coming together to uplift and support one another. So that is what this tone is all about, and that is what this energy is all about. And you're going to experience that through the end of June, pretty much. All right, let's get into what you can expect over the next 2 weeks, since I will be out of town again next week for another birthday celebration, and I won't be doing the show live. And just to give you guys a heads up, between now and July, I've got lots of trips planned. So I am taking advantage of my freedom and some healing, and I'm going to be doing some traveling. So I'll be doing double shows frequently between now and then. All right, so here is what you can expect from tonight, June 6th through to June 20th as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. General themes. The next 2 weeks will be busy, but this feels more like the busyness of waiting for the new to come into your life. It won't be a slow 2 weeks. They will be filled with you opening your heart, and you're creating the space for the new to come into your life. You're going to be preparing mentally, you're preparing emotionally, you're preparing physically, and then you wait, right? Then there's going to be like nothing happening. So it's going to be this energy of busy, you're working through junk, you're dealing with things, and then all of a sudden it's just going to come to a stop, and now you just need to wait because there won't be anything left for you to do to help manifest your dreams or whatever you're trying to get accomplished. But the new will definitely come. So you will see signs of it all month long in different ways. And it doesn't necessarily mean that everything is going to come to fruition this month. It will play out over the next couple of months and continue to build. Some of you are going to be in the right place at the right time, and boom, you'll be united with what's most needed for your life to flourish. And whether that be a person, a place, a situation, an opportunity, you find the greatest doctor, the best hairstylist, I mean, anything and everything, right? It's whatever your heart has been longing for and desiring. Again, it's kind of connected to the seeds that you have planted in the past of what you want to see grow. And for some of you, this will show up as a challenging situation, but it's the catalyst that you need to get you to motivate yourself to change, right? So for others, this will be the break that you've been waiting for in your career. Some of you will be thrust into a major crossroads or intersection. Since the word crossroads and intersections were coming up, I just feel compelled to also say to be cautious around them. Be cautious on the roads. I just feel there could be out of control drivers, people texting while driving, just a lack of paying attention, being in a hurry. So there could be causes of car accidents, hit and runs, and other potential accidents. So careful around crosswalks, intersections, train tracks. Some places do not have the guards that come down when a train is coming. So really just pay attention to your surroundings and make sure you're not one of the people that's texting and driving. It's so dangerous. Like, really, don't be that desperate to read your text messages or be on your phone. Take a little break. You don't need to text and drive. Some of you may feel uncomfortable over the next 2 weeks due to feelings of emptiness, intimidation, anxiety, fear, or loneliness. Now, these are things that you could be on the receiving end of, and that's why you're feeling that, but you may not have that show up in your life in any other way except for you feeling that, right? If it's just you feeling this way, it's because that is stuff you've been hanging on to for a really, really long time. So it's something that you need to take a look at. You need to face it, and you need to allow yourself to work through those emotions. And once you do, you're just going to feel amazing. Others will be feeling the opposite. You'll feel a fresh creative surge of energy rushing in, where all of a sudden you realize you have a completely blank canvas to fill in the new pieces of your life presenting themselves. You're going to be kind of in the flow. Things are just going to be coming to you intuitively. And, at the same time, don't be in a hurry to map out everything. I know a lot of you are planners and you want to, A, B, C, D, this is how it's happening. Don't rush it. Don't force it. Be in the flow. Take your time. Do it properly. Really just allow yourself to feel that creative energy and let it ferment a little bit, right? Let it roll around inside of you and see what comes of it. A message coming through is to harness the power from within, align with the light, and focus on all things positive. There's an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You'll be guided to look at what you're working on or at the situation and determine what your priorities are. Listen to your intuition to guide you. It's going to give you the same message over and over again in different ways. It'll be a thought in your head. It'll be somebody coming and telling you the exact same thing you've been thinking about for 3 weeks now. So just pay attention to what is going on, and your intuition is trying to guide you to your goals and to your happiness. Trust the process. And again, dedication and discipline. You need it. It helps. It sucks, but it helps. The animal spirit energy for the next 2 weeks is the bat. And the bat represents darkness, letting go, and death leading to rebirth. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours, and the bat is a master of the subtle senses of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns. No more lingering in the past. When in balance the next 2 weeks, you'll be accepting, you'll be adaptable, you can adapt, you'll adjust. When you're out of balance with this energy, then you're going to refuse to let things go. You're going to be rehashing that story over and over again. And to bring yourself into balance, watch the sunrise. So to me, it just means that you're going to be letting go of the past. And You're doing that so you can move forward. You have to make room in your life for new things. You just do. It's just how it works. Change is a constant. And you're getting that blank canvas to create your next book, create the next chapter in a new book. So embrace it, work through any fears that come up and just go for it. Some of you will be working on setting boundaries and removing people from your life who just want to be nosy and they like to stir up drama. They're not really people that are uplifting you. And, if you're dealing with someone like that, one, you need to take a look at yourself. Are you doing the same thing? Are you being nosy and creating drama in other people's lives? And if you are, get yourself in check, and then that person will automatically remove themselves from your life. But if you've got your situation straight, dealing with this, accepting it, then you need to set a boundary. Some of you may be beating yourself up over things, and some of you may be freaking out because of the unknown. So you could have those fears coming up. You can't plan for everything. You stressing out about things that haven't happened yet is hurting you, and it's making you physically sick, right? That is a cause of stress. It's creating a bunch of physical sensation, symptoms, heart and blood pressure and else that you don't need because you don't even have. What are you freaking out about? Deal with things as they arise. Lots of energy focused on accomplishments and career. There's a strong feminine energy coming in as well, especially since the end of July marks the coming of the galactic year of the feminine. So you could see lots of support from people around you, especially the women in your life. And those of you who have been trying to get pregnant, this energy is fertile with conception. So check where you are in your cycle and get busy. Unless, of course, you're not trying to get pregnant and have babies, then make sure that you are protecting yourself and be conscious of that as well. The next 2 weeks is all about hard work, dedication, and making things happen for yourself. If you don't do the work or actively participate in making your dreams a reality, then you'll see nothing happening in your life. You'll be stuck, you'll be stagnant, and you don't get to complain either, right? Like you can't not do anything and then sit around and complain that nothing's happening in your life and nothing's going your way when you're not doing the work to change things. So no one is going to feel sorry for you. God doesn't just tap you on the head and say, hey, now, you know what? You're a millionaire. And even if you won the lottery, it still requires you to get off the couch, get in your car, or walk to the store and buy the lottery ticket, right? So again, everything in life requires you to actively participate. I can't stress that enough. So if you want things to change in your life, you've got to create it. Okay, I'll stop singing. Work. For those of you employed, some of you may be dealing with unexpected conflict or a message that you weren't expecting. It might just be a little bit of a tense week, and it's all going to depend on how people are dealing with this energy. Others will be getting a ton of work accomplished in a short period of time. You're on a roll, you're fired up, you're just busting your butt to the point where you're working so hard you might even just forget to have lunch or realize, oh my gosh, I haven't even had any water all day, or you're just in work mode and you're getting things accomplished and it feels really, really good, but you want to make sure that you're also taking care of yourself. And some of you will be getting extra work, but you'll handle it just fine. Ask for help if you need it. Don't be too proud. Ask for help. And if you are in a situation where you're able to delegate things, delegate it. Don't be a control freak. Why are you stressing yourself out? Trust someone else to do it, right? It'll make your life easier. Stop punishing yourself. And then I think things just feel demanding for most everyone. It's one of those weeks. It's going to be busy. It's going to be demanding. Those of you that are looking for a job, I'm feeling job offers. Like I'm just really good job offers. I'm just feeling like lots of success for people. Maybe not everyone is going to get the job offer that they really wanted, but take it. take it while you look for another job. Like this day and age, the market of jobs, like like longevity doesn't matter that much anymore unless you're in like this high profile career and people are going to be judging you for that. Take the job, make the money, and continue to pursue your dream job. Some of you will have a woman helping you with attaining a job or supporting you in some way with your job search, or it might be a woman that actually hires you. A few of you may be questioned a little bit extra due to background checks needing to be processed, and maybe some of you have already gone through the background check process and you're waiting to hear back about the results. I do feel for the most part, everyone will get a clean slate, and your background check will come back fine. I do feel there could be a few that get questioned about maybe either your credit or maybe something else that was found, but it doesn't feel like anything that you need to freak out about or that's going to keep you from getting a job. It's just maybe they're being nosy, right? And they want to know about it. I would just recommend that you be honest and, allow yourself to be vulnerable in that moment. If it's going to help you get the job, it's nothing to feel embarrassed about. Love, those of you that are in a relationship and dating seriously or committed, I do feel like some of you will experience some difficulties in communication. Read between the lines or dig a little bit deeper when it comes to what's being said. I kind of feel like some of you may be misinterpreting what your partner is expressing, and you may need to look a little bit deeper or communicate in a different way so you get a better understanding. Whatever you do, don't fight. Express what you feel through I statements. Don't place blame. It will only make things worse. And for some of you, work could be interfering with your relationship. Make time and space for the relationship, or it could suffer. And some of you could be feeling lonely even though you are in a committed relationship, but I feel like you need to express yourself or work on an exit strategy if it's something that you've been expressing repeatedly that, hey, I'm in a relationship here with you, but we're never doing anything together, or you're just not compatible any longer. Those of you that are single and looking for love, some of you are too focused on money and what you do for a living to make room for a relationship. If you want love, you have to create space for it in your life. And some of you may meet someone through a friend or acquaintance. Get out and mingle, trust yourself and the universe to bring you the love and support that you need. Some of you may find yourself attracted to someone who is loud or talks a lot or seems like they're bragging or maybe overly confident or maybe seems like they have an inflated ego in some way. For some of you, I feel like, ooh, yeah, cut and run. But then there's a handful of you that I feel don't discount this person. Give them a chance. It's sometimes maybe people, they get nervous and they act socially awkward. And this could even be showing, this social awkwardness could show up in multiple ways. So it may not even be that someone's loud and boisterous. It could be that someone's shy and quiet or says the wrong thing at the wrong time, or, it's just kind of a little bit weird in the situation. But again, I kind of feel like give this person the opportunity because it's just kind of the nerves and the heebie-jeebies. Finances. Some of you may receive disappointing financial news, like you're not getting that pay raise you hoped for. Some of you may get this sort of news and then it turns out to be incorrect, so it ends up being positive. Some of you are going to be having the urge to overspend and go shopping. Just, make sure you've got the money. Don't go too crazy. Some of you will be spending money on your home, trying to maybe upgrade things, or, you're just making it prettier, making it feel more comfortable. And lastly, some of you may get some financial relief. It could be money that comes to you from all the hard work that you've been putting in and the effort, or it could be some other form of abundance that kind of just gives you some relief. Health, some of you will be action-oriented and will be improving your health in some way, possibly diet, exercise, or more rest. Again, pregnancy is coming up here, so pregnancy is possible for some of you, whether you're trying or not. Many of you will have high levels of energy, so I feel like, people are going to be just, I don't know, I just feel like this wild and up energy and like, And I just feel like, you're going to be busy getting things done because of this high level of energy. And some of you may need surgery, but before you agree to major surgeries, check in with yourself to see if it would be worth it to get a second opinion, or try an alternative treatment to see if that helps before you allow invasive surgery. Spirituality. Some of you may come across some egotistical spiritual advisors. Some of you will be spiritually hungry. You're reading, you're learning, you're seeking more knowledge and information. You're like a sponge. You're like, give it to me, give me more. Go for it. Just careful with, try not to go too extreme, because I feel like some people could really just go off the deep end and like, I'm booking a flight, I'm going to the Himalayas, I'm going to sit in a cave and I'm going to meditate for days on end. Just, make sure you're ready for something like that. But either way, you are going to be pursuing your spiritual growth, and many more people, I think, will be awakening to this new reality and are going to be having some different experiences. And some of you will begin to integrate your spiritual life into your working life. And some of you will be questioning every area of your life to explore why and what and whether you want to make changes. All right. Well, that wraps up the next 2 weeks of intuitive messages. Overall, I feel like it's going to be a pretty exciting 2 weeks for everyone. Sure, there's going to be a sprinkling of challenges. Sure, there's going to be things that trigger you. But honestly, just look at it as a growth, a learning situation. Any other challenge that you've faced over the last several years, your lifetime, you've gotten through it, right? This shall too pass. So don't let it bring you down. Just move through and make the changes that are necessary. And that is all the time that we have for tonight. I hope everyone has a great 2 weeks, and I will connect with you then. If you need to get a hold of me before then, you can book an appointment with me at AskRebecca@gmail.com, or call or text me at 407-374-3133. Bye!